This is Paul. Yeah. I was looking at this word consent, to agree to assent. Consent must be an agreement between two or more people. In rape cases, consent means that the female willingly assented to the sexual act. Means that the female willingly assented. In rape cases, consent means the female willingly assented to the sexual act. I think it would mean the opposite of that, actually. In rape cases, consent means the female did not willingly assent to the sexual act. Yeah. I don't know who wrote this law dictionary. Let me just read this one more time. Consent, to agree, to assent. Yeah. Consent must be an agreement between two or more people. When a man raped a woman, consent means that the female did not willingly assent to the sexual act. Somebody might want to call these people. They're like 7 million legal terms. I think they got that wrong. Yes. Let's say you look at consent. Yes. You belong to a church denomination. And the church says, well, we have a prohibition against smoking, drinking alcohol, and caffeinated products. Now, the easy way for those in the denomination would be to consent to the health of not using those types of products, those types of food products. And then they say, well, we want you to eat certain foods that we ourselves manufacture because we want to make sure that your bowels are always empty at a certain time of day. Now, bran has been known to be very effective as a high fiber type of food so as to cause the evacuation of the bowels. Now, when I go to church, and if I were a member of a church, they say, well, this is what our denomination believes. Okay, this is our doctrine. Yeah. And I'm like, okay, I consent to that. I agree with the doctrine of the denomination. But then somebody that's the president of the church found out that I smoked a cigarette or a pack of cigarettes, or I smoked every day. Yeah. And he said, Paul, you consented to the agreement of the doctrines of the denomination that tobacco is not it's a sinful thing to do. And I'm like, yep, I've been sinning. Yeah. Now, let's say you kicked me out of the denomination. Really, you violated my right to smoke. Now, I consent to the doctrines, but are they enforceable? Can you punish those in the denomination for doing anything that the denomination would say is a prohibition? Now, let's say most Christian denominations would say that smoking's bad for your health. Yes. Alcohol consumption, moderation is a term that is loosely used. Okay, I myself would say if you're 0.2 to 0.25, you're still having a fun time, but you're not drunk and disorderly. Now, I'm one of these that's a real stickler for the whole blood alcohol content, okay? I would issue breathalyzers, and if you became alcoholic, in that you constantly were inebriated, I would say that the denomination would not agree with your alcoholism. Yes, the disease. Now, let's say I find out that Mormonism actually punishes those that are in the denomination for smoking, drinking caffeinated products, or refusing to eat certain food products, or refusing to have sex through each other. Yep. Well, you know the way we're going to do it, don't you? We know the way. Okay. Now, when you enforce a prohibition against alcohol, Amendment number 18, and then you punish people for actually drinking alcohol, that violates Amendment 21. And then when you punish people for paying taxes because they smoke or drink, that would violate Amendment number 16. I would like to know every member of the Mormon denomination, what the doctrines of the church are, and if any person in that denomination has received any sort of punishment for smoking, drinking, or eating any caffeinated product.